This is an emergency call concerning something very important. I need you to pay attention and let your heart open, because the words I am going to say are not just words. They are your lifeline. Leading you to the authentic life I want you to embrace. Are you aware that you exist in a duality between this material world and the spiritual realm, where events that are unseen but very real are taking place? The events taking place in the spiritual world are not only a coincidence, rather they are intricately connected, like a subterranean river that is both visible and hidden by the human sight. The conflict raging in the unseen world influences your day-to-day existence, your choices, your emotions, and the difficulties you encounter. Consider Job, a good man standing before me. His life's ups and downs were not only the product of external circumstances. Rather, he fought a fierce, spiritual fight in which his adversary tried to test his devotion. Even though Job didn't realize it, his unwavering faith and perseverance triumphed in the unseen world, just as your life, my darling, has a purpose beyond what meets the eye. When you pray, you are not just muttering words into thin air. You are establishing a channel of communication with a power that transcends time and space. The hardships you face have an effect on you that extends far beyond this life and into the next. When you walk in faith, you are influencing invisible spiritual conflicts that decide. It's a gateway for my power to touch the physical world and change situations, heal wounds, and deliver wins that you cannot accomplish on your own. May your life be filled with freedom, serenity, and blessings. Stay vigilant, my darling, and don't let your gaze fixate on the tangible world around you. The actual world is unfolding in the invisible realm with each prayer, choice to follow me, and act of. Listen closely and let your heart be open, because what I am about to reveal is more important than you can ever understand. My angels are always working to arrange all that you need, because the power of love and sacrifice has no bounds. Although these works are invisible to the naked eye, they are really working tirelessly for your advantage, and it is imperative that you comprehend this. They are here to shield you from harm, pave the way, and bring about the wonderful intentions I have for you. Although I am hard at work, your adversary is always plotting ways to derail my well-intentioned intentions for your life. It sows seeds of uncertainty, terror, and disorientation in an effort to throw you off your game. Remember the account of Daniel, who fasted and prayed for 21 days? I answered his prayer on the first day, and I sent an angel to tell him what to do next. But anything that may possibly tempt you away from the benefits and tranquility I have for you. Dear child, this is not a fable from the past. It is a reality that persists even today in the spiritual world. A struggle is being waged for your fate, and the angel had to combat evil forces to give the answer Daniel needed. Stay strong, always guiding, protecting, and battling for you in ways both visible and unseen. My precious child, be attentive, stay devoted, and keep your heart open to me. You must remain steadfast in your faith, not letting doubt or fear dampen your spirit, even when the adversary tempts you to doubt or be afraid. Even when things appear to be getting more difficult, do not assume that I am unmoved. My angels are fighting on your behalf, and I am orchestrating everything to work out for your benefit. It's important to keep in mind that your faith is a powerful weapon that you may use against the enemy's schemes, even if you can't see it. It doesn't mean it can't defeat me, since my strength is greater than anything. I want you to know that the spiritual world exists as vividly as an underground stream, sustaining life and nurturing everything around you at this now. Even if you cannot see it with your physical eyes, it is real. The spiritual sphere is quite active and will soon have an effect on your life, bringing about changes that you may feel. Is there a feeling of impending greatness, a time of rebirth and change? This is not the time to be timid or content where you are. Rather, it is the time to stand up and let your faith and the truth of my word to fortify your heart. I am asking you more than ever before to take a leap of faith. Do not be afraid or hesitant. Instead, respond with boldness and complete obedience to the urgent summons I am sending you. My child, be ready for a miraculous shift that will occur in the next hour. Is about to transpire. Doors you never knew existed will fling open in front of your own eyes. Bonds you thought could never be broken will crumble beneath my might, and you will see the light of deliverance shining through the shadows, accomplishing feats that no one else can. Yet these favors are not bestowed upon hesitant or doubtful hearts. Rather, they are like the Israelites in the Exodus story. Terrified and unsure of how to cross the Red Sea, Moses remained firm in his confidence in. Just as I lifted his staff and the sea split, paving the way for freedom, so too are you being asked to walk in faith and stay steady. The route I am opening before you leads to freedom and a future full of hope. But unfortunately, you must prepare your heart to accept these gifts. Make sure your heart is straight before me. Let go of distractions and choose to put your whole confidence in me. Let go of doubt, fear, and everything else that binds you to this. You must be open to my work in this world and prepared to walk into the new things I am creating for you, my loving child. Right now, I need your whole focus, so please, put everything else on hold. Occupy your thoughts and drown out the cacophony of the outside world, my child, because I am speaking to you in hushed tones and pleading with you to listen deeply, not just with your ears, but with your whole being. In the Scriptures, you will find powerful and alive words that are prepared to guide you on your journey. Occasionally, I will gently push you in the right direction, giving you a subtle but indisputable sense that you know does not originate from inside. On occasion, I will even take action to make things clear. Do not ignore these indications, my child. Do not let the cares and concerns of everyday life to keep you from seeing that I am constantly at work for your benefit, as shown by the events and situations in your life. It's important to remember that the spiritual and physical realms are interconnected, and that the signals I provide are not random, but rather invitations to follow my advice in both. Both realms are intricately connected, like a tree's underground roots that feed its above-ground branches. If you listen carefully, calm your emotions, and look closely, you will see my handiwork. Imagine Elijah, standing on Mount Horeb amid a strong wind, earthquake, and fire, seeking me. What occurs in the spiritual world has a huge impact on your reality, circumstances, emotions, and obstacles. I talk to him softly instead of loudly, and the same is true for you, my darling. Avoid the bustle and the huge displays. Instead, sit quietly and listen. I will speak to you softly. At this pivotal juncture, my child, do not allow the world's opinions or transient worries divert your focus from the path I have planned for you. Instead, emerge from the mayhem and direct your heart toward me. Then, with the help of your spiritual eyes, you will be able to perceive my presence and the signs I have given you. Have been positioned along your path. Have faith that I am always at work for your benefit, whether it be in the apparent or unseen aspects of my plan for you. Everything that I do is not random, but rather a component of the perfect, loving plan I have for you. Your life is experiencing a powerful and apparent manifestation of power. Time is fleeting, and each passing minute is more valuable than you can comprehend. And the choices you make today impact not just the here and now, but will reverberate throughout eternity. Now is not the moment to be timid or hesitant. Rather, it is the moment for you to make a personal decision. Will you trust me completely or allow uncertainty to hinder you? Will you walk in faith, fearlessly confronting what lies ahead, or will you cower in terror? Keep in mind that you were not made to be afraid. Rather, I have endowed you with a spirit of strength, unfaltering love, and more intelligence, and you are not to bow down to it. Consider the account of Joshua, who was entrusted with the responsibility of leading the Israelites into the Promised Land, while encountering almost insurmountable barriers from the. I commanded him to be strong and brave, not to be frightened or discouraged, for the Lord his God would be with him wherever he went, even as I am summoning my loving people to come beside him on this journey from the Jordan River's rushing waters to the fortified walls of Jericho. Courageously move forward, trusting that I will never leave your side when you choose faith over fear. The winds of change will pass through your life, bringing with them both opportunities and challenges. But, when all else fails, may the truth of my word serve as an anchor to keep you steady. This little period is not a cause for alarm, but rather a chance to live in perfect harmony with my will, my child, for I will show you my power through you beyond your wildest dreams when you put your whole confidence in me. I will make the most of every opportunity so that the love and strength I have bestowed upon you shine through in everything that you do. Do not be afraid. Instead, go fearlessly into the light of faith. I have provided you with all the resources you need. My knowledge is directing you, my affection is supporting you, and my might is shielding you. So go on fearlessly, trusting that I will be loyal, expressed in any situation, and you will experience rewards that beyond your wildest dreams. Let these words penetrate your very being, for they hold a profound truth that you must consider. The spiritual world is not an abstract concept, but rather an integral part of your everyday life. Everything that happens in this unseen domain has a huge effect on the actual world you inhabit. It's like an invisible wind rustling through a forest, always at work and in motion. Every single thing happening to you, from the emotions you're experiencing to the difficulties you're facing to the opportunities you've been presented with, has meaning and purpose that goes beyond what meets the naked eye. The spiritual world is not some abstract concept, but rather an essential element of the narrative I am crafting for your life. As you come to grasp this link, you may soon experience a rising sensation, a sense of discomfort inside you, a hazy worry, an irrational emotion. Do not brush it off, my child. This apprehension is not irrational, nor is it a passing sensation. Rather, it is a signal to inform you that something is occurring in. The devil, an expert manipulator, understands that if it can sow discord in your spirit and steal your serenity, it will then be able to tremble the physical world around you via the spiritual realm, which the adversary is trying to use to impact your life. Pay heed, my dear, for when you feel disturbed, do not let fear overtake you. Instead, turn to me, because I am the source of serenity. The unseen world seeks to dominate your circumstances, thoughts, and emotions, making you forget the protection and strength I have put inside you. Looking back at the account of Job, a virtuous man who stood before me, we can see that in seeking my teachings, we may discover the light that dispels the darkness that the adversary attempts to put over us. God's hand was all over Job, causing him grief and suffering, but he never let that deter him. His unwavering faith carried him through the spiritual struggle, and now you, my child, are here to help. You are not alone in this battle. I have bestowed upon you the strength to withstand any assault from your adversaries. Keep in mind that the fear you are experiencing is a summons to strengthen your faith, not the end of the world. Rather than allowing misunderstanding to cloud your judgment, channel that fear into I want to remind you to come back to me, because there's where you'll find peace that goes beyond comprehension. The enemy can't harm you until you let them in, but you should also know that they don't come with The adversary will gently sow seeds of dread, doubt, and despair in your mind, whether by a rumbling or an overt act of devastation. Little by little he will whisper falsehoods, attempting to convince you that you are weak, helpless, that your prayers have been disregarded, and that you're. My lover, keep in mind that all those phrases are only illusions. They're the designs of a deceiver meant to drive you away from me, and my religion wants you to feel alone and abandoned. My words are more powerful than any world power, and they dwell inside you. This is not a distant promise. It is an eternal fact. Your spirit, your strength, and my power are within you, and no force can ever take them away. I have endowed you with a spirit of power, love, and self-discipline, my child. Be alert and aware of the devil's schemes. When fear comes knocking, do not open your heart to it. When despair invades, remember that I am your source of strength. Eternal salvation. Because my word is a weapon, faith is a defense, and my presence is a refuge that cannot be shaken. Consider the life of Paul, who remained steadfast in the face of storms, persecution, and shackles because he recognized the power of my word. His inner power was bigger than any obstacle, and so is my love for you. I have provided you with all you need to overcome, not your own strength, but the strength that is yours through my faith. My child, do not allow deceit to lead you astray. You are not alone, you are not weak, and you are not abandoned. You are chosen, cherished, and equipped by me to withstand every onslaught of the adversary. You may question why I am doing this, but I am. Let not uncertainties hamper your prayers. Tell the truth. As I utter these words to you at this very moment, allow me to clarify. This is a turning point. The era in which you find yourselves is not coincidental. Rather, it is a component of the enormous scheme that I have orchestrated. He is attempting to stop the plans I have made for you, plans that are full of blessings, freedom, and everlasting purpose. But he knows his time is limited, so he is becoming more active than before. He knows he cannot overcome me, yet he is still trying. Will use his cunning and subtle lies to divert your attention, sow doubt, and ultimately lead you astray, my child. Listen closely to the stirrings inside your heart. You may feel an incomprehensible storm brewing. Feelings of disquiet, whether it's a heavy weight, hazy concern, or misgivings about the future, your value, or even my love for you, are not normal. They are the enemy's tactic to divert your attention from. He's trying to persuade you to question my promises, forget the strength I gave you, and lose sight of the wonderful destiny I have for your life. But remember, I am your Creator, and He doesn't want you to forget that. The truth is contained in my word, which states that you are fearfully and wonderfully formed, unconditionally loved, and destined to live a life full of significance and glory. Beloved, these emotions do not define you. They are not the truth. Consider Paul's words when the same is true for you, my child. We are hard-pressed on every side, perplexed, persecuted, struck down but not destroyed. Philippians 4:9. When you feel attacked, stand strong. Take refuge in my presence. When you are confused, find clarity in my presence. And the emotional storms you are experiencing are not the end. They are a sign that you are battling and you are not fighting alone, my dear, just as Paul was. Word of encouragement. I am with you always, not just to shield you from harm, but also to guide you in all your trials. Do not allow anybody to steal your sense of value or the purpose I have for your life. Instead, be brave, trust me, and follow the truth. In my presence, no foe can stand a chance. Stay vigilant and watchful, for I want you to understand a crucial truth. Your mind is more than a repository for ideas. It is the arena where pivotal conflicts take place. If you're not careful, he may plant seeds of fear, wrath, or doubt in your heart, and then he can use them to push further into the territory that is properly mine. Your mind is the gateway that links the spiritual realms with the physical, so be vigilant. Realm with the material world, because what you accept into your mind quickly shapes your life, your emotions, and your choices. Be wise and guard that gateway. Do not let the deceit of the adversary take root in. Instead, let my word, which is more than simply words on a paper, be a formidable weapon I have put in your hands. It will serve as a foundation for your thinking, a light to guide you, and an unwavering truth. Do not be afraid. I am with you. My word is stronger than any two-edged sword and can cut through the enemy's deceit. Proclaim my word with confidence, even when you feel afraid. I have already spoken it. Remind yourself that my strength is not dependent on your situation, but on your faith, and proclaim in me when you feel weak. When everything around you appears to be working against you, stand fast in the reality that with God on your side, no one can stand in your way. With my guidance, when you tune out the world's distractions and listen to my message, you're making a powerful statement that will defeat your opponent and give you back the land he wants for himself. Watch over your thoughts as a watchman watches over a fortress. Do not allow any thoughts that contradict my truth to enter and live there. May my word guide you, protect you, and give you strength in all your endeavors. Any discomfort you may be experiencing is really a wake-up call, a meaningful communication from. Do not brush off this emotion as a transitory feeling of unease or a hazy awareness. Rather, pay attention to it, since it represents your spirit's reaction to events occurring in the spiritual world. Emotional condition. I am beckoning you to be attentive, to hear, and to take action. This is not the moment to falter. Rather, it is to stand firmer than before, arming yourself completely with God's armor, because our struggle is not against human beings, but against spiritual forces. Fear not, but rather, arm yourself with bravery, unwavering faith, and the truth. Because it is the truth that will save you from every lie. Because you are not fighting against visible powers, but rather the forces of darkness that aim to kill you. My righteousness will keep you from being deceived by the devil's temptations and low self-esteem. Faith is the best defense against evil, and it will quench every fire that the devil throws at you. The only way to achieve true victory is to rise above the enemy's constant attempts to undermine you. Remember that the strength inside you is bigger than any strategy he devises, so stand fast, and he will have no chance. There will be moments when the reality around you seems overwhelming, moments when everything seems to be against you. Do not allow his subtle falsehoods to cloud the light I have set in your heart. Instead, stand strong in the truth I have given you, and run away. Difficulties that seem to be engulfing you, troubled relationships that drain you, or situations from which there seems to be no escape. The adversary will attempt to sow seeds of despair in your mind, making you believe that everything is hopeless. But my child, take heart, my child. Do not concentrate your gaze on the fleeting things around you, for all things have their limitations. But the things I have planned for you are everlasting, and will more than transcend any difficulty you may encounter. Don't be discouraged by temporary setbacks. Instead, direct your attention to the unseen world where I am actively working, fulfilling my promises, setting my power in action, and anchoring your hope. Consider Abraham, who traveled this path. He put his whole confidence in me, my kid, even though there was no evidence in the actual world that my promise would come true. He trusted me despite seeing an old body and an impossible promise. Your faith is being tested by the reality around you, but have confidence that my promises will be realized at the proper moment. Keep in mind that the obstacles you experience are only a little part of the vast masterpiece that I am painting. Allow your spirit. See beyond the here and now to see how I am working relentlessly to orchestrate everything for your good beloved. Today is not the end, but rather a stepping stone toward the perfection I have planned for you. Do not allow circumstances derail you, discourage you. Keep in mind that when you walk by faith, you aren't just conquering obstacles. You are becoming nearer to the wonderful things that are promised for you. So keep holding tight to your faith, because I am the one who goes before you, and I will be with you every step of the way. Listen closely, because I desire to tell you of the immense benefits that await you. The things I am going to accomplish for you in your life will be beyond everything you have ever experienced. Soar high, stand steady, and let your heart fill with hope. For what I am doing for you is everlasting and beyond your wildest imagination. Imagined or fantasized about, I am not setting this table before your adversaries as an act of dominion, but as an act of love and power to show my support for you. These bounties are more than just rewards. They represent the fulfillment of your prayers for restoration of what you have prayed for. I will bring back what you've lost, heal the wounds you've carried in your heart, and put back together the parts you thought were irreparably shattered. I will finish what you started and increase what you thought had dried up. You'll witness that my power can handle everything, no matter how big or tiny. However, my child, keep in mind that along with great benefits come tremendous duties. The gifts I bestow upon you are not for your own gain, but rather to be used by you as a responsible steward, demonstrating wisdom and integrity. I brought Joseph up from the dead, from the jail, and he became the manager of a whole country, all because of the splendor I bestowed upon him. May you too be blessed and used to bring benefit to your neighbors and to extend my kingdom on earth. I have blessed Joseph with the ability to utilize the resources I gave him to rescue a country, carry out my plans, and bless his family, even if they had wronged him in the past. Now I am blessing you, my dear, with the same benefits I bestowed upon him. You are being prepared not only for yourself, but also to be a beacon of hope and light to people around you. So, pray for wisdom, since you will need it to handle the blessings bestowed upon you with honesty and completeness. Do not allow anybody to tempt you to compromise your integrity. In times of plenty and strength, never forget that everything you have originates with me and serves a purpose far bigger than yourself. When you make me your center, the benefits you get will feed your life and also go to those who are most in need. Get ready, my child, for the gifts I'm about to shower upon you will bring delight to you and everyone you meet. May you become a living testament of my faithfulness and utilize these blessings to show the world my love and kindness. Never forget that prayer is more than just a two-way street. It has the potential to change everything in your life. So don't limit your prayers to only your personal wants and needs. Instead, let your heart be open and focus on what you really wish. Those who are in dire need of my help, whose lives are precariously balanced on the brink of oblivion, whose hearts are shattered, and whose lives are encircled by anguish and hopelessness, all await the heavenly intervention that your prayers may bring. When you lift up the prayers of others, you are doing more than just whispering in the wind. You are summoning my power to take action. By doing so, you are letting my angels in, who will break chains, provide healing, and restore lives that you may not otherwise be able to. Look at the big picture, but I want you to know that your prayers, no matter how little or insignificant they may seem, have the ability to shake the spiritual world. Think about Abraham, who came before me and prayed for the towns of Sodom and Gomorrah, while knowing that they were filled. Even though he was full of shame, he remained compassionate as he stood in the gap. My darling, pray not only for the things you can see, but also for the things you cannot. You never know who you are praying for, and your prayers have the ability to alter their fate. When you humbly lift your head in prayer, you are not only expressing yourself orally, you are announcing that my power is sufficient to alter situations and change people's hearts, and achieve the unimaginable via persistent prayer. Do not give up when you do not see instant results. Your prayers are kept in my database and will never be lost or forgotten. Have faith that each prayer plants a seed, and that when the time is perfect, those seeds will blossom into fruit. My loving child, open your heart to me, and I will sow those seeds when the time is right. People in your vicinity intervene on their behalf as if you were a combatant, protecting them with the trust and grace I've given you the most. Sometimes the most humble prayers are the ones that yield the most miraculous results. Pray without ceasing, with all honesty and integrity, not only for yourself, but about the environment around you. When you engage in this, you will see not only the impact on the lives of others and the illumination and tranquility inside your own heart. As you plead with heaven, and delight that is mine alone to bestow. Heaven and earth are one, and miracles are always on the horizon. O compassionate Father, I pray for the lost and unsure spirit that stands at the crossroads of good and evil, trembling between the two extremes, in the midst of adversity, with the beckoning of your. Dear Father, I pray that you will shine your grace onto their hearts. Bring them out of the depths of despair by extending your loving hand. Show them the limitless love and unlimited possibilities that are available to them. Your mercy allows them to return to the brightness and vitality of your nearness. I beseech you to provide them with the fortitude to endure their suffering and the conviction to conquer their anxieties and find the strength to go on life's journey. I implore you to. They must overcome the shackles of their transgressions and emerge from the darkness with. Father, I humbly beg for your forgiveness as I seek release and restoration in the love you provide, and take pity on them. May they realize how far they've departed and find thee. May all the saints and angels be united in your everlasting embrace. Welcome them home. May these spirits find solace in my prayers as they are protected and led. During their most difficult times, I have faith in your ability to change everything, trusting that the salvific love of the Almighty may reach every soul, and I bow before you, Father, giving you my whole frailty and terror in this treacherous realm where danger lurks around every corner. I implore you to. My Father, who is my shield, shields me from danger and snares. I find solace in the shadow of the enemy's plots, both visible and invisible. Shield me from danger with your wings, surround me with your brightness, and, O Father, let me see clearly now so that the darkness cannot engulf my spirit. Help me to differentiate between what is good and what is evil according to the realities of your will. Rescue me from the clutches of evil and the shadows, and shine a light on my. Father, strengthen my faith so that I may know your will and do your work. Empower me when I'm vulnerable. Fortify me when I question, and inspire trust when I'm scared. You are my refuge, my fortress, and my hope. Give me the strength to face this fear. Please, no matter what, Dad, always keep in mind that there is no adversary. Beyond your control, guide me to look to the sky in times of trouble and commit myself completely to you. Guide my steps with unwavering faith, and empower me to pray with. I put my confidence in the Holy Spirit to lead me with unfaltering optimism. Place my trust in you, guard me from falling into despair, and guide my every step toward a life spent. By the name of the redeemed Jesus Christ, I beg you to be my light and my truth. Amen.